Hey everyone, and a huge congratulations to all the recent and soon to be college graduates. You did it. You walked across that stage, grabbed your diploma, and now that first real job offer is in your hands. You're about to start making more money than you've ever made before. But with that excitement comes a wave of new questions. You might be thinking, what do I actually do with this paycheck? How much should I be saving? I've got student loans, maybe a credit card balance. Which one do I pay off first? Should I invest? Should I open a 401k or a Roth IRA? What even are those? If that sounds like you, then this video is for you. The reason I'm so passionate about this is because I was in your shoes not that long ago. When I finished my PhD and landed my first real industry job, I was excited but terrified. I had student loans, I had bills, and I realized no one ever really teaches you how to manage money. So I learned what works, and through that, I built a financial system that gives me control and peace of mind. Your situation might be different, and that's okay. The goal here is to give you a universal 5-step blueprint to build your financial foundation. Then, I'll walk you through a real example with numbers so you can actually see how all this fits together in real life. So grab a notepad, get comfortable, and let's get started. Step 1, claim your free money, the 401k match. Let's start with the easiest win in personal finance, the company 401k match. If your employer offers a match, you must contribute enough to get the full match. Many companies will match what you put in, usually around 3 to 6% of your salary. Let's say your company offers a 4% match, and you make $60,000 a year. If you contribute 4 cents, that's $2,400, your employer matches it with another $2,400. That's a 100% return, instantly. There is no other investment in the world that guarantees a 100% return. Not the stock market, not real estate, not crypto. Nothing. It is truly free money. So before you do anything else, before paying extra on student loans, before investing in other places, make sure you're getting that full match. Skipping it is literally like turning down a pay raise. This is step 1, and it's non-negotiable. Step 2, attack high-interest debt. Now that you're getting free money from your employer, let's talk about your biggest financial enemy, debt. Here's the rule. Focus on the loan that's costing you the most. This is called the debt avalanche method. Here's how it works. You make the minimum payments on all your loans. Then, you throw every extra dollar you have at the loan with the highest interest rate. When that one's gone, you roll all that money into the next highest interest loan. You keep doing this until you're debt-free. Why this works? High-interest loans grow like weeds. A $2,000 credit card balance at 22% interest adds over $400 a year just in interest. Meanwhile, a $30,000 student loan at 6% adds about $1,800. Even though the student loan is bigger, the credit card is the real emergency. Focus on that first. That's where you'll save the most money the fastest. Step 3, avoid lifestyle inflation. Now, this next one is emotional, and honestly, it's the hardest. You just landed your first real salary. You're feeling good. You might think, I deserve something nice, a new car, a bigger apartment, a better lifestyle. And you do deserve nice things, but not at the cost of your future. What most people fall into is a trap called lifestyle inflation, where your spending grows as fast as your income. Every time you make more, you upgrade something, and suddenly you're still living paycheck to paycheck, just with nicer stuff. The biggest offender here? Cars. In 2025, the average new car payment is about $745 a month. Add insurance, gas, and maintenance, you're easily paying $1,000 a month. That's $12,000 a year. Gone. And that's money that could be invested. If instead of buying that car, you invested that same amount every month at a 10% return, you'd have over $150,000 after just 10 years. So here's my advice. If you need a car, buy a reliable used one, under $20,000 if you can. Avoid luxury cars early in your career. That one decision could be the difference between struggling and thriving financially. Step 4, use a big picture budget. Let's talk about budgeting, but not the traditional way. Most people fail at budgeting because they try to track every single purchase, every coffee, every snack, every subscription. That's exhausting. Instead, I want you to think big picture. Focus on 5 main categories: housing, transportation, food, recurring bills, and miscellaneous or fun money. At the end of each month, look at your money and ask yourself 2 simple questions. Am I happy with where it's going? And this is the critical one. Am I saving at least 20% of my income? If the answer to that second question is yes, you're winning. You don't need to chase every dollar. Focus on the big wins, not the little ones. Step 5, invest smart, not fast. Now that you've got your 401k match and you're managing your budget, it's time to grow your wealth. But there's one rule: don't invest seriously until you've paid off any debt above 7 or 8% interest. Here's why. The stock market on average returns about 10% a year. If you have a credit card charging you 20% interest, you're mathematically guaranteed to lose money by investing before paying that off. Paying off that debt is like earning a guaranteed 20% return. Once your high interest debt is gone, then you can shift gears. Start by maximizing your tax advantaged accounts. Contribute more to your 401k, open a Roth IRA, and if you're eligible, use a health savings account or HSA. These accounts let your money grow tax deferred or tax free, which means your future self keeps more of what you earn. When it comes to investing, keep it simple. Buy broad market exchange traded funds, ETFs, like VTI or VOO. These funds give you exposure to hundreds or even thousands of companies, spreading your risk and reducing volatility. And remember, investing is not about timing the market, it's about time in the market. The longer you stay invested, the better your chances of success. Real example, life after graduation. All right, let's put all this theory into a real practical example so you can actually see how it works. Let's say you graduate and start your first job with a salary of $69,000 a year. You have $30,000 in student debt at 6%, $15,000 in credit card debt at 22%, and a $15,000 car loan at 6%. Your employer offers a 4% 401k match. After all taxes and day-to-day expenses, let's assume you have a surplus of $1,100 a month left. This is the plan. 401k match. You immediately contribute 4% to get that 100% return. Debt avalanche. You use your $1,100 surplus to make minimum payments on everything and throw the extra $600 at the 22% credit card debt. You pay off the credit card in about 21 months, just under 2 years. Roll the snowball. You then roll that money into your 6% student and car loans. You're now paying $1,000 a month toward your remaining $45,000 of debt, which would take about 4.5 years to pay off from the start. So in the base case, you'd be completely debt-free in about 4.5 years while still getting free money in your 401k. Scenario 1. The power of a side hustle. Now, let's see how powerful small changes can be. Let's say you start a side hustle that brings in an extra $10,000 a year, or about $830 a month after taxes. Combine that with your existing surplus, and now you're putting around $2,000 a month toward debt. At that rate, your entire $60,000 of debt would be gone in just about 2.5 years. Imagine, less than 3 years after graduation, completely debt-free. From there, you can start pouring that same money into investments and build serious wealth. Life after debt. Now let's fast forward. You're debt-free. Here's what happens next. You take all that money you were using to pay debt, which was between $1,000 and $2,000 a month, and start investing it instead. Your new focus is to build long-term wealth and secure your financial future. Maximize your 401k beyond the match, aiming for 10 to 15% of your income. Open a Roth IRA and contribute the maximum to grow your money tax-free. Build a robust emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of living expenses in cash. Once those foundations are solid, everything else can go into simple, low-cost, long-term investments like broad market ETFs. Let's say you consistently invest $1,500 a month at an average 10% annual return. In just 10 years, you'd have over $300,000. That's the power of consistency and compound interest. It's not about luck, it's about making small, smart choices that grow your wealth automatically. Final recap. Let's recap the 5-step financial freedom. Step 1, get your 401k match. That's free money. Step 2, attack high interest debt first using the debt avalanche method. Step 3, avoid lifestyle inflation. Keep your expenses low. Step 4, use a big picture budget, focusing on saving 20%. Step 5, invest smart, not fast. Wait until your expensive debt is gone, then invest long term through tax advantaged accounts. We saw that with focus and discipline, you could be debt free in 4.5 years, or even shrink that timeline to just 2 to 3 years with a few smart adjustments. Once you're debt free, every single dollar you earn starts working for you, not against you. If you start now, you'll be decades ahead of your peers. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And drop a comment below. What's your biggest financial question right now?